This is the ADHD content system that helped me grow to over 70k followers, 12k newsletter subscribers, and over 50k in revenue. But before I dive into how I did that, I have a pop quiz for you. This video that I posted on my personal account, not related to my niche, had almost 2 million views. Guess how many followers I got from this? 500, 10,000, 40,000, or 90,000? If you have your answer, remember what your answer is, because the correct answer was 500. Now compare that to this other video, which was super related to my niche, and it did double the views of the previous video. So this one had 4 million views. Guess how many followers I got from this 4 million view video? 500, 10,000, 40,000, or 90,000? If you guessed 10,000, you're wrong. The correct answer was 40,000. And this really just shows the importance of optimizing your profile, like how I literally had a coming soon email capture link in my link in bio. And when I went viral, I got like 10,000 subscribers overnight. And the posts on my profile, I pinned more posts about me so that people can get to know me and join my community, rather than the viral video that they probably already just watched. Okay, so if that kind of blew your mind, you are not ready for this one. I posted 2 of the exact same videos at the exact same time. The only difference was this text on the screen. One said, learn data analysis in 6 weeks as a beginner. The other one said, POV, you're bad at math, but you learn data analysis as a complete beginner. Can you guess which version, the first one or the second one, got more views? The correct answer was version 1. It got over 500k views, but version 2 only got around 15k. So what do these views actually mean? It led to so many opportunities where people kept messaging me like, hey, can you come work with us? I didn't even have to send in my resume or anything. They just saw my videos and wanted to hire me. And actually in July of last year, I was laid off in the middle of traveling. And in August, this happened. I made $6,000 in one day, which is what I used to make in a month. And I'm sharing this because I want to show you that this is possible. There is so much wealth out there, so many resources that you can create this life of your dreams if you stay consistent. But I know staying consistent, especially when you have ADHD, it's really hard, which is why I made this ADHD content system that helps me with staying consistent. But I will say, it's not just about the money. With this amount of views, you have the power to change lives. For my life tracking course, I always get feedback that this course helped change people's lives. And I was only able to do that because I posted videos that got a lot of views, which got people to take the course. So I want you to remember, know why you're doing this and why you want to build your business, so you don't lose sight of your goal. For me, I am doing this because I want to pay it forward. I also want to inspire other people, because when you build a business that you can feel fulfilled in and also help other people through your business, it kind of helps me with my goal of impacting more people. It kind of amplifies the scale of the impact that I have, which is why I'm making videos like these. I want to share a bit more about my story, and hopefully it can inspire you and help you get rid of some doubts that you might have. So this is me as a baby. I was actually looked at like an alien because people thought I couldn't talk. Like, I was so shy that whenever I said thank you to somebody for helping me, they look at me like I was an alien. But today, over 2 million people know about my poop and cry counts because I'm posting these videos online. So what happened in between that got me to be consistent at posting these videos, to be confident in front of a camera? So I first entered my content era as part of my job at this education startup. So it was literally my job to learn all of this marketing stuff and learn about content. The first video I made was so bad. You can really see how I've improved after posting consistently. But if you really want to see it, I have it in a video on one of my Notion pages, so I'll link it below. But I was just thinking to myself, my videos are not good. Like, maybe I grew to 50k followers because it was just luck. Okay, enter my content era, part 2. I was thinking, like, why did I grow my works account when I should have grown my own? Because if I ever leave that job, then that's like their property. It's not something of my own. So then I started posting my own content and I grew my own account to over 70k followers. But again, I was thinking to myself, what if this was just good timing? It was the New Year's, people were very focused on goals and productivity. I just happened to go viral because it was the right time. So again, I was thinking maybe I just got lucky. Then enter my content era part 3. I got millions of views across all these different niches. The most recent one was in personal finance because I'm entering my finance era and kind of sharing what I learned. Again, I keep thinking like, what if I'm just lucky? And I think you have to realize when you show up consistently, you can create that luck for yourself. The more you show up, the more you post, the more chances you'll have of having that one video go viral. So here's how I did all of that using my ADHD content system. This is what it looks like, but I want to warn you, before you start using this, you need to be aware of one thing: procrastination. Because I used to watch videos just like this and feel so motivated. I'd start a whole spreadsheet and start doing my research. Like, this is literally my spreadsheet. I was making this spreadsheet, like searching up content in my niche, which I ended up changing anyway, and noting down how many views they had, what the topic was, and how I can learn from it. But I was just thinking to myself, why is this so boring? I felt really guilty because it seemed like other people could put in the work and be consistent, and I just needed to work harder, even though I hated doing it. I was wondering, why couldn't I stay consistent? Everybody else is posting so often. Why is it so hard for me? I also felt like all the advice out there about scheduling your content, batch filming everything on like a Tuesday and then like editing everything on a Wednesday and having specific days dedicated to stuff, that didn't really work for me. I wanted to post when I felt inspired, not trying to force myself to post. And it started feeling a bit like a chore when I wanted it to be fun. Because like, if I was building my own business and building my own dream life, why would I want to do stuff that I don't like? And that's why I created this ADHD content system, because it works so well with my brain. I don't have to try and force myself to work against my ADHD. So no more boring spreadsheets. So I learned how to work with my ADHD instead of against it. And that allowed me to achieve all these results. So the first part of the system is the visual cue. This is to help prevent time blindness and lack of object permanence, because I'll straight up forget about something if it's not in front of me. What this looks like could be calendar reminders, alarms, or deadlines, but sometimes I feel like I ignore the calendar reminders and alarms. For you, it might look like physical sticky notes, so it's the first thing you see when you wake up. Actually, confession, I made these slides the day before they were due, and that's why I scheduled all my stuff and told people I was gonna do this and make this video before I was ready, because I needed that adrenaline rush of the deadline. I also found it very fun, and I knew that combining it with public accountability so that other people were relying on me to get things done was very effective for me. Now, the next step of the system is setting up a simple habit. I tend to get overwhelmed by simple tasks. So if I have to clean my room, I'm thinking, okay, I need to get a box. I need to go to the store to buy a box. I need to figure out what size the box should be. And I need to go back home and categorize the different boxes. And it's not just cleaning your room, it's like all these other steps. I overcomplicated it. So what we need to do is set up very simple habits. So a simple habit for you is literally just make one post per day. It can be very fun to make, and you can just make a very easy video. Pull up a video from your old camera roll and just put some text over it. I implemented the system for my friend, and he is now super excited to post content and has been consistent every single day just because it's so fun and you're actually motivated to do it. Instead of procrastinating and feeling like it's boring, like it's a chore, you can be excited to post content. There are ways you can make it easier, like if you're doom scrolling and you see a funny video or other videos you like, you can consume content more intentionally by thinking to yourself, what did I like about this video? You know, you can save the link to your swipe files database. You can think about how you want to apply those same principles that you liked into your own content. Now, in order for this to work, you need to have a mindset shift. Stop worrying about your daily video being perfect, needing the best lighting, the best captioning, the best script, etc. Instead, shift from perfectionism to curiosity. Become curious, like be a little scientist and be like, what happens if I just post this as it is it really the lighting that has an impact or the hook and the content itself? So when you treat it like an experiment or a game, it suddenly becomes a lot more fun. Like you want to keep doing it just to see what the result is. So ask yourself, what would happen if you post consistently for 30 days? Become curious about that result instead of becoming trapped in perfectionism and never posting and never making progress. The other thing I want you to remember is that consistency is built in months and years, not days. So if you miss a day, that's okay as long as you get back to it. Because at the end of the year, when you're looking at your feed of posts, you're not gonna think, oh, I missed one day or 1 week. That sucks. You're gonna think, wow, I have all of this done. That's amazing. But if you let that 1 week throw you off and you're like, oh, I broke my streak. I missed a day. I missed a week. I'm done. At the end of the year, you're gonna be like, oh, I stopped halfway. What happened? I wish I continued because I could have grown so much more. This is what happened with my work account. I posted like every single day or even 3 to 4 times per day for a month or two, and then I stopped. But I always went back into it. And eventually those consistent posts led to viral videos, which grew the account to over 50K followers. And it also made lots of money for our company. Now, the next step is your reward, because this is what's gonna motivate you to continue taking action. Now, what that reward could look like is completely up to you. For me, it could be like the numbers going up, getting more views, followers, etc. It could be some of the cool comments that you get. I always save those comments in a wins document to help me feel more confident and to motivate me. It could also be something as simple as keeping a calendar where you check off every day, and at the end of the month you just see all the check marks, and it's so satisfying. Another reward could just be posting content itself. Like you could have a whole database of cool ideas you're really excited to work on, so when you actually take action on them, it can be very fulfilling and very rewarding to have something that you're proud of creating. Okay, this last step, not a lot of people talk about. A lot of people actually skip this step. It is reflection, especially when it comes to improving to make this fit with your chaotic brain and schedule. This can be as simple as asking yourself, what needs to change? You can ask yourself after every video you post, and then when you're looking at the analytics, or every week or every month. Just ask yourself, if this video did not do well, what needs to change? How can I improve it? If the video did very well, what needs to change so that I can make more videos just like this one? I think it's totally okay that if you find a video that performs very well, it's okay to continue repeating that format. And sometimes months or years later, some people even repost the same video and it does well every single time. Don't be afraid of repurposing content like that. Another way I reflect is looking at the analytics of all my social media accounts, including which posts perform the best. Then every month, I actually reflect on my finances, from where I got the money from, so like my revenue streams, to where I spent money and whether it was worth spending things in those categories. I can see the exact ROI on my time based on how much time I spend on something based on my time tracking and how much money I make from that thing. Like I remember one time I sent an email and I made $600 from that one email that took me like 15 minutes to write. I reflect at the end of every year as well, because every month the reports kind of just build up, and then at the end of the year I just have a nice looking graph that helps me reflect on why this month did well and why this month did not do so well and what I can do to improve. So that's the system. It's very much a cycle because you repeat it and that's how you stay consistent. But one thing is, if you look at this and feel like, oh, it's so repetitive, it's so boring, know that this is not the case, because every time you reflect and improve, that's bringing you up one level. So it's actually, instead of like going around in circles, you're actually going upwards in a growth spiral. If you want to implement the system, but you don't know too much about marketing or business, this is where I can help you. I ended up creating a program, but before I pitch this whole program to you, I want to talk about the reason why I made it, because I really didn't want to. I was scared of being seen as this guru who was only in it for the money, because I'm not. I was giving some advice to someone and that person told me, you need to make a program. If you don't, you are depriving the world of your knowledge. And I started thinking, like, I almost didn't make my productivity and life tracking course because I was like, people are gonna judge, People are against courses. They think it's just like a money grab. But I got all this feedback on my course. People were telling me it changed their life. It changed their relationships. It helps them feel so much better about their career and life purpose. And I just thought if I didn't go for it, then I would not have helped as many people. So that's why I'm taking the lead with this program that I'm very excited to share with you. It's basically me helping you and being your accountability buddy so you can start your content business and basically start posting consistently. So what the program looks like is at the very start, I'm going to give you a very simple checklist of things that you can do to get started immediately. No overwhelm, you just start checking things off. There will be so many templates, like all my finance spreadsheets and cute little graphs. I'll be sharing all of that. We then start posting at least for 30 days in a row. That is my challenge for you. I'll be there to support you, to give you feedback, and keep you accountable so you can improve. And the later weeks of the program, it's 8 weeks in total. I'm gonna help you make it so that your business is actually fun. You know exactly what to do, instead of feeling like it's a chore that you keep putting off. Because at first, one of my friends who I helped, he was like not posting very consistently because he saw it as a chore, like you're not motivated to do it. But once we implemented the system and I'm constantly reminding him, gently encouraging him to post, he hit 10K views as a complete beginner. As soon as he started posting daily and started finding content fun, he saw results. And you can totally fit it in your busy schedule. All I ask for is 1 hour per week in a live session, and every other day you can work asynchronously on your own time. You can even do it while brushing your teeth. It's very easy because every day there'll be cute little check marks of things that you can do to move forward in your business. And the checkmark sound, it makes your brain happy. But to be honest, even that 1 hour you spend in the live session, it will fly by because time flies when you're having fun. And since this program has beginners in mind, you don't need a fancy microphone or anything. Like this microphone I have is like $30. And usually I don't even film with it. I just film with my phone. So all you need is your phone, a computer so you can join our live sessions, and a Discord account for the community accountability and support. And everything you get in this program includes 8 weeks of live calls where we brainstorm and get feedback together. And these live calls are worth $2,500. You also get copy-paste templates, which aren't even available. Like I'm not even selling this. This is not even available outside of this program, but it's gonna save you hours. So instead of doing the boring admin work, you can just focus on what matters, which is the fun, creative work of making videos. Usually I would value these templates at $500, but they're not even available for sale right now. Next, you'll get community support, so you can stay accountable and motivated. And usually community memberships like these are like over $200 per year, but I don't like subscriptions, so this whole package is gonna be a one-time payment. You also get a lot of other stuff, like I'll send you email reminders, and I wanna teach you how to think so that you can solve business problems even after this program. I'm not just telling you what to do, but how to solve problems so that you will succeed and grow even after the program is over. Now, if you do the math, everything works out to be over $3,000. But since it's part of a package, the program only costs $2,000. And yes, payment plans are available, but this is actually the only time I'm gonna be hosting a program like this because I'm gonna be traveling. Like I'm not gonna have time to host these live group calls anymore. And if I choose to host this program again in the future, it's gonna be a lot more than $2,000. And when you do the math, $2,000 over 8 weeks works out to be around $36 per day. And it is also a business expense, so you can save on taxes. And to put things into perspective, my lowest revenue month, which was in November when I was traveling Japan and not doing as much work, I was making $88 a day. And this program, it's gonna extend more than 8 weeks. You'll have lifetime access to the community. And I'm actually so confident that you're gonna get results after joining this program that I'll give you your money back if you don't feel satisfied for any reason. And yes, the money back guarantee also includes payment plans because like, why punish people who can't pay it all at once, right? I do this because I want to help you succeed with your business. I'm charging this much because it will help me reinvest into my business and reach more people and have more positive impact. So all the details and FAQs and everything are in the link below or in the QR code here if you want to check that out. I do have my super cringe first TikTok video I've ever made in this video on the landing page, so be sure to check it out if you want to laugh at my embarrassment. But the deadline to enroll is on January 19th because that's when the first live session will start. I hope to see you in the program, and feel free to email me if you have any questions at vegantechnomad@gmail.com. Hope to see you there.